Hi, my name is Jim Burris, and I help people with anxiety. Typically, when they've tried it all, they've probably been dealing with it for anywhere from a couple months to a couple years, some cases even decades. And they've tried the medication, and they may or may not have had some benefit or result, but it wasn't long lasting. Tried the talking therapy. They've tried the alternative things like tapping and meditation and all the different talking treatments, and just they've never really gotten permanent results. I suffered from anxiety, dealt with anxiety. I don't know the best way to describe it, from about the age of 13 or 14 until the age of probably, I don't know, 35 or 36. I'm 46 now in 2025. It's, what is it, the 18th of March, 2025. I'm 46 years old. And my last panic attack was in like 2015. So that's 10 years ago. I was trying to think about the month. It was later in the year. So I don't think it's quite been 10 years, but it's been 9 years and like, 8.5 months or something. So it's pretty close. It's been a long time. And I just want to give you hope that, there is a way out. You're not broken. You're not mentally ill. You've just got to find, once you understand what the root cause of anxiety is, it's life changing. But the problem is there's a lot of different people out there online, I'm talking about, that this is not the medical world. I think before we dive into what I want to talk about, like the people that do this, that try to help people online versus, we'll call it the in-person. I don't know, like the doctors and the therapists. I think they're all wonderful people, and I think they have treatments that work for some people. I don't know what percentage it is. You'd have to ask them. I would encourage you to ask them. Out of every 10 patients they prescribe anxiety medication to, how many in, I don't know, give them a metric, 3 year, 5 year, 10 year, have gotten off those medications and have a normal life, or they're still on those medications and they still have, odd symptoms, or they've just given up and they don't take them anymore. And some people, they do have results, right? With all those different therapies. Same thing with all the alternative therapies. They do work. I'm a fan of all, I don't want to say alternative. It's not alternative to me, but to most people, like acupuncture, things like that. I've found benefit and I've gotten results. Maybe it's placebo. I don't know. I just care about the end result. The problem that I had, I don't have anymore. I don't care how, I do care how I get there, but if not everyone like thinks it's mainstream, that's fine, right? And that's okay. And everybody's entitled to their opinion. But when it comes to the online world of people that have YouTube videos, I'm just starting out. So I'll probably look back at this in 6 months or a year and go, oh my God, this is a terrible video. But I know that understand the game because I've been in sales and business for 20 plus years. So a lot of people are just trying to sell you a solution that they only know about. They don't know, right? So what do I mean by that? So there are people that have had anxiety and have gotten rid of it, and they don't really care to share the information, and they don't need to care. Don't need to care at all. Then there's people that know, they understand that there's a market of people that are suffering with anxiety, and they understand they could learn a little bit about anxiety and sell information to those people. It's the dirty little secret in marketing when it comes to like being an influencer. All you have to do is be one paragraph ahead in a book. This is an analogy, right? Pretty much, but it's kind of true. So like if you're reading a book on anxiety, but you've never had anxiety, and then the guy next to you or the gal next to you is reading a book on anxiety but's never had anxiety, but they're one or two chapters ahead of you in that book, they theoretically know more about anxiety than you do. That means they know about it, right? So a person that's had anxiety and has recovered from anxiety and hasn't had it for a decade he or she knows how to recover from anxiety. They don't know about it. They don't know that it's possible. They don't know that people have done it. They don't know that all the different things. They just know that it's possible, right? So they create YouTube channels. And I'm not slamming anyone individually, because I think most of them are genuinely trying to help people, but their main focus is making money. And that's fine. I'm a capitalist. I'm a salesman. I'm a businessman. I'm a marketer. I get it. I appreciate what they're doing. But you have to be aware when you seek out advice or seek counsel. The philosophy I have is called, who do you listen to? And we could probably make like an hour long or probably a day long video on that, right? But the premise is, the essence of it, excuse me, whether you're going to read a book, like, so you have anxiety if you're watching this video. I'm just going to assume that because of what the channel is about. I'm a person who used to suffer with it. So when I wanted to find out about how to get rid of it, or you in this case, would you want to talk or learn from someone that had anxiety and recovered, or they just know how people recover? Do you understand what I'm saying? I think that's why some doctors don't have, I think they're very empathetic. I'm assuming that you probably have to be pretty empathetic to become a doctor. But I don't know that they can have deep empathy with a patient if they've never experienced. It doesn't mean they can't help you, or won't help you, or don't want to help you. I just think the level of care is not as deep as someone that's actually suffered from it and goes, holy shit, I know what these people are experiencing, right? So when you're looking at content online or books or anywhere, and it's someone who has this program, essentially, like this, what I have, the Peaceful Mind Blueprint, is ultimately going to be a program that I'm going to sell. Right now, as of making this, I'm offering it to people for free to help them, because I want to help them. I genuinely want to help them, but I also know that, they'll get results, and they'll tell people, hey, this guy helped people. So when it comes to the business side, I do understand there's a benefit to that, but my main goal is to help people. So you just need to be cautious, whether it's anxiety or you're trying to buy, whatever it is, and you're learning something online. Most people don't really know how to use the shovel. They're just trying to sell you the shovel. When it comes to anxiety, eventually I'm going to sell the shovel to dig out of the anxiety hole. But I've been in the anxiety hole. I've suffered with derealization and depersonalization, OCD, health anxiety, agoraphobia. The first time I had my first panic attack, I had experienced derealization before that, and it was just, I don't know, it was just odd. It was a new sensation. I thought it was because of drugs that I had done, like psychedelic drugs. It wasn't, come to find out. But I remember laying in a hospital bed after having, technically I went to the hospital twice for having a panic attack. I was 13, 14, whatever it was, so a young kid. It makes you grow up, quick. Some of the events, I laugh and I smile, so if you see that through the video, I'm just finding humor in myself. I'm not trying to be disrespectful to anyone that has it. I just look back, and that's just maybe a coping mechanism for me. But when I had those panic attacks, I remember being in the hospital. It was actually the same hospital. It's actually funny. It was in the same hospital I was born. And I kind of consider anxiety my born-again moment. I never really put those two together. So that's kind of interesting. But so I had a panic attack, and the second one I ended up staying in a hospital for more than a day or two. And not long term. I was an inpatient, but it was just for a little bit. But I remember laying in bed as a 14-year-old kid, thinking my life was over, thinking my brain was destroyed. Right? I thought about suicide. Please don't, nobody call the hotline on me now, because it's been, it's been a long time ago, right? 30 years ago. And over 30 years, 35 years ago. But I remember laying in that hospital bed. I was actually in a room at this point. So, and it had like a regular bed. Because I was going to, I didn't need like medical care. It was like, they were just, it was like a psychological thing where they evaluate you. And it was all because I had this fear disorder, this panic disorder that no one knew about. And all those people it was in that hospital were very well-meaning people. They were all, I can still see some of their faces. One of the guys looked like John Stamos, and like from Full House or whatever it is. And he played guitar. He was a musician. I still remember him. He was the most caring person. But when I talked to him about what I was going through, he didn't understand it. He didn't know. Right? So that, and it's not his fault. It's not his fault. It's not the doctor's fault. But they didn't explain it to me, what it was, and that basically you're not broken, kid. You're going to be okay. You need to do A, B, C, and D over, couple weeks, couple days. I don't know. I don't like to give a time frame because it's different for everybody. But you just need to do A, B, C, and D, and your life will be back to normal. But no one knew to tell me that. And to be honest, self-reflective, I didn't know to ask. You know what I mean? As far as like when I say ask, like look in the mirror going, what's wrong with me? How do I fix this? And like be open to find the answer. Maybe I was. I don't know. But I felt like no one really helped me. So when I meet people that deal with like agoraphobia, health anxiety, all the OCD, and the what if thoughts, man, I get it. I get it. So you need, and I'm not saying you have to participate in my program. It's free right now, anyways. But I've been there. I've been through that, so I understand, and I can empathize and have compassion, right? That's two different things. Empathy is like to feel for the other person, but compassion, you want to do something about it, right? So I genuinely want to help you. So if you've been suffering, like if you bullshit, have had derealization, depersonalization, agoraphobia, all the different phobias or whatever they call them, it all boils down to essentially a creative intellect. If you tried everything and it hasn't worked for you, you've tried the supplements, there's something missing. You're missing something. There's something you don't know that you don't know. And it's once you understand what anxiety is, it's like you're like, oh shit, okay. Like the lights come back on. You ever been to like a bar at like last call when the lights come on? Or at a concert or somewhere where like your mom comes in and turns the lights on in the morning, right? It's like, oh, this is like a whole new world. Once you understand it and you realize that, oh, okay, this is essentially a gift. I just have to go through this process, this blueprint, and get my life back, and then, you get to choose what happens then. The anxiety doesn't choose anymore. You get to choose. You choose. So if you're ready to take that step, if you're ready to commit to end anxiety and to turn the lights on in your life, the program that I have is the Peaceful Mind Blueprint. It's the name of the YouTube channel. Shouldn't be a huge shock. I'm offering to help people now for free. There's no catch. You do have to put your email address in so I can get in touch with you, and you just go into the description, and you even get there's a free book that you can get about supplements that'll help you sleep at night and stuff like that with anxiety. They don't cure anxiety for most people. But yeah, I'm going to walk you through the program. It's live Zoom coaching calls. I am going to record it because I'm building like a portal where people can watch it later. You'll be able to go back. You'll have lifetime access to it. Any updates that I do, totally available to you for free forever. Again, there's no catch. I'm going to sell this in the future. And the dirty little secret is I know that it's March of 2025. In the next couple months, I'm going to help 5, 10, 15, 20, hopefully 100 people for free. Hopefully, whatever. That of those people that I help, a few of them are going to give me testimonials. They're going to say, hey, Jim changed my life. And I'm going to use those when I sell the program. I'm going to say, look, I actually help people get results. And I'm going to charge, I'm going to charge for the program because there's a lot more commitment, in time. And I was concerned about starting this way, about doing it for free, because a lot of times people who don't pay don't commit. But I think anxiety is different. I think if you have anxiety, you're a different type of person, because it's like having a monster in your mind, and we can get that monster out of there. Get him, tie his mouth shut, get him out of your head. So if you've had anxiety, you know who you understand. Who do you listen to? So if you're looking at other anxiety programs, again, even if you don't work with me, I'm that's okay. But find someone. I didn't invent this information. I just figured out, hey, I might as well help people with it. There are other people out there that probably teach the same thing. Just make sure that you do your due diligence on them, and that they've actually suffered with anxiety, because those are the people that are going to get results for you, not somebody that just knows about it, somebody that knows it. So who do you listen to is so important. If you like this video, please like and subscribe. And if you're interested in ending your anxiety, go into the description below, like right down here. I guess even on your phone, it's probably right below there. And there'll be a link to a landing page that you can enter your information. I'll reach out to you. If you put your cell phone number, I can call you or text you. I'm in Dallas, Texas, Central Time. Doesn't really matter where you are. And we can, we can get to work, and there's hope for you. So thank you for watching. And if you found value in this, please like and subscribe or share. And maybe we'll talk soon. Thanks.